We begin here at 6 o'clock with news from our state capitol. Could former ICE agents be banned from serving in local police departments or barred from becoming California public school teachers? A new state bill called the MELT ICE Act aims to do just that. 17's Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace spoke with the assembly member behind the proposal and has reaction from the dean of the UC Berkeley Law School, who says it's unconstitutional.
If you're currently serving or plan to serve as a federal ICE agent during the second Trump administration, a new California bill could affect your future career options. AB 1627, dubbed the Misconduct Ends Law Enforcement Trust Act or MELT ICE Act, would disqualify anyone employed by ICE between September 1st, 2025 and January 20th, 2029 from becoming a local peace officer or a California public school teacher.
It's time for ICE to melt.
Ana Maria Avila Farias of Contra Costa County and several East Bay communities says the recent shooting deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy during encounters with federal agents led her to conclude her bill is needed.
The most recent events of ICE agents being judge, jury, and executors was an absolute violation of what we view as public safety and people who should be protecting our community, not harming civilians in our community.
She says her bill sends a clear message.
The message I'm sending to ICE is California expects the highest standards, and people who disregard the Constitution or rights should not be entrusted in occupying law enforcement roles here in California or educational roles.
Republicans argue the bill goes too far. State Senator Tony Strickland says sanctuary policies limiting cooperation between ICE and local law enforcement agencies have made communities less safe. On top of that, he believes this measure and others like it could hurt law enforcement recruitment.
These bills are reckless and dangerous, so those who are wearing our badge at a time where it's hard to get people into law enforcement.
And then there's this legal concern from the dean of UC Berkeley Law School, Erwin Chemerinsky.
I think this bill would likely be declared unconstitutional by the court. I think a court would say that it denies equal protection. It's discriminating against people simply because they worked for ICE. It'd be quite different if it disqualified people who did something wrong, but merely being employed for ICE, I think, wouldn't be a basis for denying somebody employment.
Farias, though, disagrees, saying she's working with others in the legal world who believe her proposal has legal standing.
We already have criteria for excluding individuals from going into law enforcement. For example, if you have a dishonorable discharge from the military, you cannot serve in law enforcement. So there is already precedent, and so I think we are going to have a pathway.
And we reached out to ICE and the Trump administration for their take on the bill, but did not hear back as of news time. Reporting at the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.